Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dashcoin Research Podcast. I'm your host, Nicholas Wenzel, and today I have Alex with me. Alex Saint is the founder of IndieCrush and a creator on the Believe platform. Alex, it's great to have you here.
Thanks you for the invite, bro. It's
How
great
are
to
you
be
doing
here
today?
too. It's great. I'm from Paris. Yesterday, PSG won 5-0 against Milan. It's crazy. Crazy
That is
time.
crazy. 5-0 in soccer is it's pretty rare to
It's a
happen.
lot. It's a lot. I wish I bet on this one, but like yesterday, Paris, you were looking at the sky and the fireworks was crazy.
Huh, nice. Are you a betting man? Do you like to bet on things?
I like to bet. I like to bet. Seriously, I'm going to Vegas this summer, so I'm going to bet a lot.
Nice. Yeah, you were telling me just before the call that you were pretty new to crypto, so I think you should stick around if you love to bet. That's what we all love to do.
Yeah. I see like people are crazy. When I launch, people were like, "Oh, do a space, do a space."
Yes. Yeah, the holders are cracked out. They want to pump their bags. They want to work
For
for their
real,
bags.
for real.
Um, Give us a brief overview of who you are and what your background is, Alex. People want to know.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm Alex Sant. I'm from Paris. I originally started this internet journey last year, I would say. I was doing like some development AI work, like I was calling people to say like, "Yo, I can do that for you with AI," and I was selling this prestation, and it was not working so well. So I was like, "Okay, now with AI, I can do application." So I started to do my first app called Flash Review. I think I dropped it in November 2024 and it generated just under 1K. So it was pretty nice for my first app. I didn't know how to code at the time, so I really was copy pasting ChatGPT. And then I was on holiday in January 2025 in Thailand, and I was like, okay, I might start X because everybody was on X, and I was looking to like really nice entrepreneur like Mark Liu and stuff. He was doing video on YouTube, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do video like him, so I need to grow my audience. So I started on X on January 18, I guess, something like that. And I grew up pretty fast actually, because right now it's almost 6 months in. I'm like 3.7K followers. So in 6 months, pretty great. And I also created a community called Fail in Public. Because I come from a background where everybody is building in public, everybody is trying to do their apps. And I was like, everybody show their success, but nobody shows their fails. So I wanted to create this community, and I created in like late February, and we just hit 6,000 followers. So, you know, I wanted to grow on X, and basically now, if I combine the two, I'm like 10,000 followers combined. So I think I made it in that way.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
That's really fast growth.
so that was the X moment. And then to go back to the real project, Indie Crush, because I started Indie Crush basically, I think it was in February. I started Indie Crush in February because my first app, I was like, I need tester for my app. Nobody was really testing my app, and the first feedback I got were from my users. So my users were like, "Bro, it's not working because I didn't add the same setup as my users." So I was like, "Fuck, it's really shitty because if my user pay, it needs to be great, you know what I mean?" So I was like, okay, I should have called someone else to try my app, but it didn't happen. So I was like, okay, let's make a place where developers and testers can find each other and they can test their app, for free. So basically, the developer posts their app for free and the tester can try new app for free. That was the main context of the Indie Crush. Indie is from indie hackers, and crush is like, okay, you fell in love with the app or something like that, you know what I mean? So that was the first concept. And it actually worked. It worked, and I kind of elevated to another level because I was like, okay, it's free because I need both. I need testers and I need developers. If only one pay, I might not have the other part, you know what I mean? So it's like chicken and eggs. So that's basically why it was free. And then I was like, okay, but there's a lot of people using the app, so I need to make some money at one point. And I was like, okay, how can I make money? I have a lot of followers on X, so let's use it to make the promotion. So I started doing like a featured app. So the developer, if he wanted more visibility, he could like pay the feature app. And I will post on my X account. I will post on my community. I will drop it on the newsletters and everywhere. So that was nice. Now I had one part that was paying. But on the other side, I was struggling to get like testers, you know, because if I want testers, I need if I want tester, I need to have a lot of apps, or I need to have a lot of I need to be a big name. But it was not the case at the point. And then I found Believed. I found Believed actually because of MDA Gold. That was one guy that I was following. He grew up on X super fast too. I think we kind of match the same numbers now because it was crazy. He was only doing marketing and it worked so well for him. And I was outside and I saw him launch his coin, and I was like, "What the fuck?" He launched a coin, like for real. He launched a crypto, and I was like, "Okay, I might listen to the space." And I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And I was like, "Okay, I might have an idea with that. I might do the same, but like this, I can pay the testers." And that's how the whole idea came in. It's like I launched my coin and I was like, okay, now that I launched the coin, I need a real utility for it. And the utility is basically that I incentive the testers for the work they do on the feedbacks and stuff. So
Nice.
basically, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's smart. So you said you're gonna be incentivizing the testers to get more of them. Is that right? Nice.
Exactly. So I wanted like to have a whole ecosystem behind Indie Crush. I wanted like, you know, the tester that be possible for them to pay in indie. Like this, I take the indie, I put like let's say 60% in a test to earn pool where I will use this money to incentivize the tester. I will put like 30 in a in a secure place like a treasury for me to grow the app to do some stuff. And like let's say 10% to burn it, like to make the tokens more healthy in the long term. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Burning tokens can be a great way to like reduce the supply and therefore increase the price. But I wouldn't rush burning them. If I had to give you some advice, I would keep that in your back pocket, and if you want to burn them later down the line, that's great. But I think using them to incentivize people in your app is a great way to use your tokens. Do you know how much you've generated in fees so far?
In fees, I guess I generated in Solana.
Yeah, in the Solana fees specifically.
I think I generated 270 something.
Oh wow, nice. That's great. When did you launch your token? How many days ago was that?
I launched the Tuesday 13.
Okay, yeah, that's the day that everything went really crazy. I think that's when I launched my token as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know why. I was like, okay, I see a lot of things. I launched it this day, and it was crazy. It went up to 2.5 market cap.
That's pretty high.
And I think when I checked, the first day we did like 9.5 million transaction. I was like, what the fuck happened? Seriously, I
That's
was
great.
like, and everybody was saying like, bro, and I was even like, should I really pay the 300 to change the profile picture because I didn't add any picture or like you know on deck screener.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, it's like 300. I don't want to pay for that. And then they say, bro, you made like 170,000 right now. So do it. And I was like, what the fuck are you saying? I don't even know. And
That's
so it was
crazy.
pretty crazy, seriously. It
Yeah.
was pretty crazy.
Do you have any big milestones that are upcoming for your project that you'd want to share about,
Uh,
or is there anything that the community should watch out for?
Actually, one big milestone was last Thursday, because last Thursday I launched, no, last Wednesday, actually, last Wednesday, I launched on Product Hunt. For people that don't know what's Product Hunt, it's basically a place where all the big company and all the indie hackers like me are launching their update or their new project. And I ended up against 320 application. So they were like 320 application. I ended up eight. Eight just behind Mistral AI. That is like basically the ChatGPT or OpenAI, but French and European. So it's like a big company with like millions of dollars, and I ended up just behind it, like on the eighth place. I was like, what
Wow.
the fuck? I even ended up just behind like a CodeRabbit, that is a huge company from San Francisco. And I'm doing like a promotion for them because I also do a partner area and promotion. So
That's
they
awesome.
pay me to promote their product, and I just end up just behind them. You see, the thing is crazy. So
Nice.
basically, from that launch, we got so many users. I checked the mails. We got so many mails going on because there is like notification. Every time someone just wanna join your program, you receive an email and stuff, and it's crazy. And right now, today, I'm featured on the newsletter of Product Hunt because I was one of the kind of the craziest only guy. I was the only one because all the other apps, they were a team of like 5 people or 7 people, you see?
Wow.
And
Yeah,
I'm the
that's
only one.
awesome. You,
So
yeah,
it's not
you.
like it's a fucking real app. Like seriously, it's a real app that is working and people are actually loving it.
Do you have So how are you monetizing the app right now? Is it just through that featured section, or are you doing anything else, or do you have any plans at the moment?
Actually, right now it's only the featured section, and basically I will add some featured plus plus where I will go on more on the app, and basically I can really do this testing for themselves. So I
Oh, so
will
you're
add that, but it's on the way.
okay. Interesting. So if I understand that right, you're going to be adding like another feature where you can even give more testing by doing it
Yeah,
yourself
and
as
person.
well.
Yeah, basically, if you wanna have the full picture, you will have the featured section, which is the normal one, and maybe I'm going to make it more basic. Then you will have the featured plus, where basically you will be on the newsletter and everywhere. Then you will have the 101 featured, where I do all the testing myself, and I basically really go in depth in the app and everything. And you will have the future tier that will be when we have enough testers. I'm implementing like the rating on the testers, and once we have like 2,000 testers, I will try to have like the best testers, like the 10 best testers, and like this you will access. You will be only, I mean, your app will be only accessible by these top tier testers.
So you
So
get
we have
like
like different, yeah,
you get curated testing so that you get the best testers to give feedback. That's
exactly.
probably valuable. That's something would pay someone would
This
pay
is
for.
as much as we grow because actually the community is kind of growing fast right now. We double in like 5 days. We double our the number of users,
Wow,
and it's
nice.
growing faster again.
Yeah, and the it's really cool that you made a good amount of money from the creator fees on Believe, and now with those fees you can use that to improve your product for a long time, right? You don't have to
Exactly.
like monetize it immediately. You have time to build it and make it really great before you need to make
Yeah, I
money
think
after.
the only thing is like since I wanted to keep this place, basically free on the freemium version. Basically, I was talking about product end. You know product end, right?
Hmm.
Basically, kind of. Anyway, productant is normally in the head of everybody. It's like the last step of your project because it's where you launch. Me, I want to change the mind. I want to do enough marketing. I'm going to spend all that money in marketing to make them understand that the whole period before the launch is where you put your app in Indie Crush because it's still in beta, and like this you get beta testers. Like this they test the whole app. You get your first users. Like this you don't launch with nobody, and you also get testimonials, which is really important when you want to sell something.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
I want to change the mind of everyone and make them understand that Indie Crush is the place to think just after you press the deploy button. You know what I mean? When
Hmm.
it's kind of raw, not finished, and still doing things, you can still make money while being on Indie Crush. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How's your experience been launching on Believe so far? Has it, um, how would you speak about it?
I think it was pretty nice, pretty fast. I mean, the bot did his job. I was like, that's nice that there is a company that do it this way for developers, but I'm kind of sad to don't have really access to, they say that it's for the developers and stuff, but they don't really care about all the project. They kind of choose the project. So that's why I'm like, I'm like, okay, I made money, but you know.
Yeah,
It's
it can be
not like
frustrating.
they say things, but they don't do 100% of what they say.
Were you expecting
And
it to
I
be
think,
more like,
I think this place is basically we have to change their mind if we want everybody to be in crypto. Because I think everybody think like crypto, is shit, it's meme coin, is no, 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 no. Bro, we are doing like a real usage with the crypto, and he's not even pushing us. So I don't know. I'm like,
yeah, are you, it sounds like you're frustrated because they're not giving very much support to the builders and they have generated a lot of money from your project, for example. Like every project
yeah,
they've taken a good
I
amount of money from.
I've seen the money they made with my project. I'm happy for them, basically.
Yeah. Were you expecting to have more support when you launched? Did you think it was more like a VC incubator where people are, you're gonna have more support and people are gonna give you guidance? Or did you know that it was gonna be like this where you launched and without much support?
No, actually, I didn't know anything when I launched.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the app before I launched. I just tweeted and I was like, dang, people went crazy. And I didn't even know what I did, what I created with this tweet. So I learned about it after that. So I was
Yeah.
expecting nothing when I launched, basically.
That's pretty much everyone I've heard has launched on accident, basically, or not really on accident, but without thinking it through very hard. They kind of did it. They fucked around and find out.
Exactly. But it's pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, it's
I have
awesome.
to say, it's a great it's a great way to fuck around. If I had to do it again, I would do it.
Yeah, me too. What would you say? Do you have any messages for the holders of your token?
Oh, for the holders of my token, for everybody that say that I'm selling or I'm dropping the price, that's not me, guys. It's only you that is doing the stuff. You only pumping the price and selling it. So just blame yourself, guys. I know it's a market, but if you think this product is really interesting, do it. I'm not obliging you. Actually, I'm making money without the token, so I don't really need the token. But I think right now it's a great way to incentivize the tester. And actually, since I did that, a lot of people joined from the crypto community and they started testing the apps and they find it really nice. So as soon as the testing program will be completed by the developer or the owner, you will receive the reward. So I think it's a good trade. You do nothing and you receive the token. So and you test new stuff. Actually, I find really nice stuff on Indie Crush. I'm really happy that there is like well-minded people that drop their app on IndieCrush. So if you believe on the thing, like I do, because actually I really do, there is a missing part between the creation of the app and the launching. Just believe and support the token, actually. Because
Yeah.
right now, everybody, no, but also one thing that is really important is that distribution is the master word because everybody can do an app right now. Everybody can do an app. But can you do an app and do you have first user, beta tester, and testimonials? That I don't know. Because when you launch with nobody, you end up on product hunt with nobody. So that's the whole thing. If you trust the project, you will create your app and you will pre-launch on Indie Crush to get this first traction. And once you're confident with it, you can launch on Product Hunt with like many people that will support you and you will be higher than everybody else. That's what I did. I was battling with like company that have millions that are backed with like the AI generation of Europe or even like SF company. It's crazy, actually. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
So yeah,
awesome.
that's my message, basically.
I do see your point that you're a very complementary product to Product Hunt, and people would benefit from getting some early testers and users by launching on Indie Crush and then going to Product Hunt afterward. Makes a lot of sense.
Yep. And also everybody's want to do their app now because it's easier than anything. And as I said, like the only thing that is difficult is to get traction or to get like, the users. Because you can do something, but if nobody sees it, nobody sees it. You do pretty nice stuff, but nobody sees it. We have a lot of testers. Every time I do like I drop the app on my X account, I drop the app on my community, I drop the app on my newsletters. So people see it. There is likes, there's people that apply for testing. So it's a good way.
Nice. Well, Alex, that's all my questions for you today. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Nicholas. Hope to see you next time. I will be back with another app, maybe.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Of course.